We have arrived now in front of the high altar. Here are concentrated the bronze masterpieces created by Donatello in the almost 10 years he worked in the basilica from 1444. The current arrangement of the statue is very different from the one Donatello wanted. Unfortunately, as we have no valid historical documentation, it is impossible to know what it was like. The high altar we have today was in fact created by Camillo Boito in 1895. There are about 30 works by Donatello, all of extraordinary artistic value, but the one that dominates overall is the stupendous crucifix. Perfectly shaped from an anatomical point of view, what I find most moving is the expression on Christ's face. The pain and fear of his approaching death have subsided, and in his face we now see his full abandonment to the Father's will. I am reminded of the famous words that sant'Antonio used to repeat to all those who listened to him in rapt silence. In life, Christians must lean on the cross of Christ as travelers lean on a staff when they begin a long, long journey. Of regal beauty is the statue that Donatello dedicated to the Virgin Mary with the baby Jesus. Our Lady is shown in the act of rising from her throne to offer her child to the faithful, while her divine child stretches out his tiny arms because he wants to be held in her arms. On either side of the Madonna, Donatello presents St. Anthony on the right and St. Francis on the left. They are the great protagonists of the religious and cultural life in the 13th century. Next to them are other saints. To the right of St. Anthony is St. Daniel, a Paduan martyr, and a little below St. Prosdocimus, founder of the Church of Padua and the first bishop. To the left of Francis is St. Justina, who died a martyr during Diocletian's persecutions, and then St. Louis of Anjou, son of the King of Naples, who became a Franciscan friar and then Bishop of Toulouse. Donatello also modeled the beautiful musical angels placed at the base of the altar. Further up, two bas-reliefs, also by Donatello, reproduce two of St. Anthony's miracles, the heart of the miser and the miracle of the reattached foot. At the lower right and left, we have two panels with the symbols of two evangelists, St. John, an eagle, and St. Matthew, an angel. This 1515 bronze Easter candelabrum is the work of art of Andrea Briosco, called Il Riccio. For its size and artistic finesse, it is considered the most beautiful candelabrum in the world. But now, let's go to the back of the altar to see other works by Donatello that unfortunately often escape most people's notice. In addition to the symbols of the other two evangelists, St. Mark, a lion, and St. Luke, an ox, there are also two panels by Donatello showing other two of St. Anthony's miracles, the mule kneeling to adore the Eucharist and the newborn child affirming his mother's honesty. Of great impact is this bas-relief by Donatello in manto stone. It presents the deposition of Christ in the tomb, which could be defined as the author's study of suffering. In the first place, the suffering endured by Christ in his passion and death, but then the pain experienced by the apostles, which is expressed above all by their faces. Their pain is contrasted with the suffering perceived by the pious women, particularly expressed in the movement. We could say that in this work Donatello wanted to express the strong emotions felt before the mystery of death. The fresco of St. Anthony Blessing dates back to 1326. of Jotesque style, it is considered to be the true image of the saint, perhaps because the author had done his research before starting his work. In front of this image, we can conclude our visit to the high altar through this prayer. Dear St. Anthony, turn your gaze towards all young people in the world. Grant that they may take their lives in their hands with courage and always be sensitive to the good of their brothers and sisters. Amen.